Will there be a prize? I asked him lazily. I wanted to distract myself with a pointless conversation. Electronic was just about to answer when Uljana came out of nowhere and started jumping around him. Prizes! Prizes! I heard something about prizes! Do you know what is the main ethos of the Olympic Games? It's not the winning, but the taking part that counts. Hey, what? No. You'll understand when you grow up. Ui, blöd, was sagst du dagegen? Was ist dein Problem, hä? Willst du fett sein oder was? She made a wry face and jabbed Electronics in the ribs. So what about the prize? Well, I don't know. It's not up to me. He made a helpless gesture. Really, if they came up with the stupid game, at least they could give the winner a chocolate medal or something. Uljana suddenly jumped and raced off to somewhere. I wish I was that optimistic. So what about the rules? Wait a bit. Not everyone is here yet. I looked around the canteen. Alisa, Slavia, Elena, Miko, and Shurik was here. It seemed like everyone is here. Not everyone. Senya isn't here. Does he feel uneasy, or is it just me? She's not here, so what? Pick someone else instead. No, I can't do that, he answered slowly. I decided not to ask exactly why can't he do this. Well, go fetch first or something, I don't know. He can't go, he's the host of the event. The camp leader appeared as if from nowhere. But Olga, Electronic whined. Semyon will go. Right, Semyon? She looked at me and smiled. Of course, who else? Where is she? In the library, I guess. Okay. I dragged my feet towards the door. Please hurry! What's Electronic's problem anyway? Ich glaube, der Junge ist ein bisschen rattig. Night is coming soon. I was going to take my time, so I slowly paced towards the library. But I found Senya before I even expected. She was sitting on a bench at the square, staring at Genda, who was silent as always. What are you doing here? Everyone is looking for you. Sitting here, as you can see? She frowned. Well, let's go. I don't want to. She looked away. Why not? I don't want to, I sat beside her. Listen, I don't like the idea of this contest myself, but we can't let everyone down. I surely didn't sound like myself here. A couple of days ago I wouldn't even think of saying something like that. Senya looked at me with surprise on her face. So, everyone is waiting for me? Isn't that exactly what I said? Yes. I won't go anyway. She frowned and hid her face. But why? I guessed it with my arms, wondering. I don't know how to play cards. Dieses cute Face auf einmal. So what? Same problem here. Then how can you play? What? You can only do things that you read about in books or something? Of course. She was surprised. And what if you end up in Antarctica and have to rely on hunting polar bears to survive? Polar bears don't live in Antarctica. Senya smiled. Doesn't matter, it's just an example. Come on, it's not like someone's life depends on the result. She took her time to think. I just don't want to let anyone down. Right. I agreed sarcastically. And don't you think of anything funny about that? I didn't get what she meant, but anyway, obviously everyone has their weak spots. In a minute, we both were back at the canteen. Everyone looked at Electronic. So, hier cleared his throat. Und hier ist der Punkt, an dem ich mal speichern werde. Denn, jetzt geht's dann gleich los mit dem Spiel. Each round consists of one game. In case of a draw, you replay the game. After this, the loser drops out and the next round begins. Since the numbers of volunteers, he looked at me, since the numbers of players is just 8, we'll have only 3 rounds. Is everything clear? The crowd cheered. And what are the prices? The prices, what are they? Uljana, cut it out. Slavia stepped forward and tried to catch Uljana. I won't rest until the prize is mine. Seems like this girl alone had enough energy for a warp jump to Alpha Centauri. Prices, prices! She repeated it over and over. Jesus fucking Christ, girl. Und es gibt wirklich eine fucking Route mit ihr. Ah, ist das nicht grenzpädophil? Sagt diejenige, der Bernd und das Rätsel unter Alterbach alle Lollis weggeflankt hat. Naja. Stop it! Slavia tried to reason with her. Electronics seemed to getting dizzy from all this running around. Oh, blind. Let's start already, I said calmly and added to Uljana, or you won't get any prizes. Looks like my argument got through to her, so she took her place. Slavia, Jesus fucking Christ. So, Slavia followed her, giving me a grateful smile as she passed. The pioneers finally settled down. I approached a table that Lena sat behind. You don't mind? She looked up and blushed. Don't worry, I don't know the rules myself. And how can I be sure that it's not really only myself? I sat down. Turns out we'll have to play the first round together. Yes. Finally, Electronics started to explain the rules. Wir können das skippen oder spielen, weil wir haben es ja schon gemacht. Das Spielprinzip ist eigentlich ziemlich einfach. Es ist wie Schwarzer Peter. Ja, das tolle Spiel, das er erfunden hat, ist Schwarzer Peter. Deswegen skippen wir das Tutorial. Electronic, who was silently watching our game, nodded in approval. Looks like now we're getting somewhere. Now, during the round, opponents trade cards 3 times. Keep an eye on each other. Penetrate your opponent with your eyes. Oh, ich penetriere dich. I chuckled. Penetrate. Und die Fresse, du Hurensohn. Alter, chill mal. Tattoo-frei Edmund. What's so funny? Oh, never mind. I tried to keep a straight face. He stared at me for a moment, then moved on. And then we turned the cards up to see whose hand is better. Electronic went back to his diagram. Oh, wir können das skippen, dann verlieren wir gegen Lena. Oder wir spielen. Wir spielen natürlich. Ist es ein Nissan? Sieht so aus. Ich habe hier eine Hexe. Das mysteriöse Neko-Mädchen. Alisa mit einem SVD. Okay. Huch. Ah, sie will jetzt meine 3. Jetzt muss ich irgendwie alles daran tun, dass sie diese Karte oder die 2 nimmt. Jetzt hat sie die 2 genommen. Ha! Okay, jetzt sind wir dran. Oh. Ihr Gesicht verändert sich nicht. Verdammt! Bin ich eigentlich behindert oder was? Aber sie will die Karte wieder haben. Okay. Wir haben zumindest mal ein Pärchen. Oh, ne. Die kriegst du nicht. Fuck, jetzt hat sie die 9. Junge, ich verliere das doch schon wieder. Ich bleib bei dieser Karte. Toll, wir haben eine 2. Nein, die 8 bekommst du nicht. Kannst du von mir aus gerne haben. Nein, nicht die Queen. Okay, ich will meine Karte wieder haben. Ich habe gewonnen. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Cool. Oh, das ist sexy. Oh, Lena, es tut mir so leid. Oh, schade. Win. I won. Seriously, it's hard to play a game that was made up on the spot and not by yourself either. Wir speichern nochmal. Gut. But I won. Although the moments of glory was tainted by the fact that it was Lena who was the loser. She's not very confident in general, but now she's lost. I'm too embarrassed to even look at her now. Probably I should have lost to boost her self-esteem. But I have a bet with Alisa. Meanwhile, Electronic proudly announced that the first round is over. Oh, arme Lena. Others of those who made it into the second round appeared on the scheme after a little while. Wie hat die gewonnen, Junge? Okay. Der Typ kann nichts. Und der ist im fucking Elektronik-Club? Ach. Semi-final pairs consisted of Alisa versus Senya and Uljana versus me. A doomed sigh escaped me. Uljana immediately took a seat in front of me. Ha! She glared at me, grinning. How did you manage to outplay Lena? Cheated, perhaps? I'm not you. I just know how to play cards. At least that's what I want to believe. Ugh. And how could you outplay Shurik? Ah. Uljana waved her hand, showing how easy it was. I threatened to join his club. She grinned yet again. Will you hold back too? Not a chance. Ah. Then I'll choose which card I give to you myself. Did you hear the rules? Ah, screw them. I looked, she really didn't care. It looked. Okay, but I choose the cards to give it to you. Deal. Inspired by victory in the first round, I ventured upon this dangerous move. I could have argued appeal to Electronic was eventually had my own way, but somehow I felt truly confident in this outcome of this round. Yes, we were breaking the rules, but I was in the same boat as Uljana. I looked up at Electronic. It's time to begin semi-finals, he commanded. I carefully checked my cards, ensuring that Uljana couldn't see them. Hoi, blind, was ist das? Ich sehe Nippel. Cool. Gut. Was haben wir denn? 2 Juden. Eine 10. König. Nehmen wir die 4. Jetzt muss ich die nehmen. Oh. Das ist hart. Oh! Ich hab eine Queen, Alter. Hier kriegst du die 5. Oh boy. Oh baby, a triple. Oh yeah. Ah shit, Mann. Jetzt habe ich natürlich die Chance, noch einen König zu ziehen oder noch eine Queen. Oder eine 10. Shit, boy. Ach, weg mit der 10. Höhere Karten müssen gelten. Eine 4. Oh, baby, a triple. Oh, yeah. Ah, Uljana, get wrecked, girl, get wrecked. Fuck you. Hey, das isn't fair. Waren deine eigenen Regeln. Du hast mir die andere Judenkarte gegeben, da kann ich nichts für. You should have held back and lost. She angrily puffed up her cheeks, making her resemble Humpty Dumpty. Let's have a rematch, but this time you have to hold back, okay? It wasn't only me who heard her, but the entire room. Even electronic. No rematches allowed? Oh ja, da completely ignored him. Jetzt platzt hier gleich noch eine Ader. Lolly flipped aus. You have to lose. I don't have the slightest intention of playing with you for a second time, I said calmly. Fine, you want it that way? Yes, that way. Then I'll put the word out that you have sexually harassed Alisa. Oh boy, she whispered. What? I leaned over the table and gave her a menacing glare. So you've been eavesdropping. I just heard it while passing by. Anyway, it's much better to play an extra round then. She can certainly do that. I sat up and appealed to electronic. Not a problem, we'll have a quick rematch. Whatever. He shrugged. So the rematch has started. Okay. Wir haben ein Ass, wir haben einen Juden, wir haben einen König. Scheiße, Alter, wir haben eine fucking Straße. Naja, nicht ganz, aber... Hier. Kriegst deine eigene Karte. Oi, Baby. What the fuck is this? Sind das eigentlich Fanarts? Welche davon sind besser als die offiziellen Dinge? Aber egal. Wie immer, die Nummern weg. Oh, Baby. Ist doch ein König, Alter. Nein, wir haben die Karte. Holy shit, wait a second. Ist das schon Nudity? Naja, egal. So. Auf jeden Fall sehr interessant. Du hast dich wieder selber ausgespielt. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Scheiß mir in die Easy. Okay. Safe game. I sat and reclined on my seat. That's not fair. I hope she won't demand another rematch. How come? I chuckled. Okay, said Uliana aggrievedly and got up from the table. I studied the tournament scheme closely, trying to understand who's going to be my final rival. At the same moment, Alisa took my place at the table. I pulled a dumb, faint smile. Like I'm afraid of her. Congratulations. Expecting to win? I'm expecting that you'll keep your promise. Okay, let's roll. Hui, bliet. Okay. Was haben wir hier? Wir starten schon mal gut mit 2 Assen. Was will diese Karte? Jetzt sind wieder die alten Regeln, welche schwerer sind. Bliet. Okay. Die bleibt wohl auf der Karte. Ja, die kämpft wirklich um die Karte. Das ist sehr interessant. Aha. Vielleicht kann ich sie ja umlenken. Ja, kann ich. Das ist einfach. Hui. Okay, ich will die Karte wieder haben. Dann nimm sie doch. Als ob es mich interessiert. Ah, nee, nee. Oh boy. Ich hab gewonnen, Alter. Hooray! I won! Then let Alisa know who rules the roost here. That means that betting with her wasn't a waste. Now the only thing left is to hope that she will not spread that false gossip because of her loss. Suddenly I got a desire to celebrate my own victory and have a dip at the beach. To tell the truth, I do not really know how to swim, but the possibility of diving into the cool water under the moonlight seemed attractive. After all, I spent the whole yesterday in my winter clothes, and surely you wouldn't nicely wring the sweat out of me. In the evening, no one should be here, so I took off all my clothes except my underpants and entered the water. If I only knew, I would have taken my swimming trunks along. Usually, it was enough for me to swim for 15-20 meters, but this time the euphoria of my victory spurred me on to break this record. I swam slowly and tractfully, watching every movement of my arms and legs, keeping my breath steady. Ui, bled! All of a sudden, wham! A strike on my back sent me underwater. I started to drown, but managed to force myself to jump out and grab the nearby Boje? Huh! Es war doch gerade eben Nacht. Warum ist jetzt wieder Tag und warum ist jetzt so schlecht gezeichnet? Und was ist mit mir? Holy shit, wir bumsen die Boje. Oh boy. Und welche Haarfarbe wir haben, können wir uns wohl auch nicht entscheiden. Einmal braun, dann wieder so komisch dunkel violett und jetzt wieder braun. I turned and saw Alisa swimming after me. What the hell are you doing? What am I doing? Hating the winner. And what if I started drowning? Well, I would save you. Of course. It was just too dangerous to stay here. She could easily sink me again. I gathered all my strength and swam to the shore. I slowly started to catch my breath. Beach sand stuck on my body from head to toe. Hui. Hui, Blin. Was für eine schöne Aussicht. After some time, Alisa came out of the water. You know, you swim well. I wouldn't say so. Yeah, you too. Well, wasn't it obvious? I said nothing. You won twice against me today. That means I'll forget 2 of your debts. What kind of debts is she talking about? It looks like Alisa has a problem with evaluating a reality. Thanks a lot, I said sarcastically. You know, you're not as much of a loser as I thought. Ooh, yeah. Oh. Alisa was wearing a swimsuit that perfectly emphasized the beauty of her figure. Ich muss leider gerade an das Fortschritt-Mädchen denken, Alter. Sie erinnert mich einfach so stark dran. Well, taking into account all the flaws in her personality, at least this advantage of hers couldn't be taken away. Since when did I become a loser? She smiled cunningly. What's wrong? Aren't you one? Of course not. And how will you prove it? I don't have to prove anything. Oh, so is that it? She said without any anger. Yes, that's it. The silence was accepted. A light wind gently played with the waves, sending them to the shore and taking them up back after. Alisa was still looking through me as if seemed she completely forgot about my presence. Hey, after Alisa! Her lost look immediately switched back to her normal one. Anyway, bye-bye. She picked up her clothes lying nearby and left. It was late, but I decided to spend a little bit more time lying on my back and stargazing. After all, I didn't have that many opportunities for that before. Or I simply try to avoid every opportunity. Well, if you think about it, the light from faraway stars reached us only after millions of years. Right now I can see the star because it was shining back then, long in the past. And now the star is gone, already exploded. Wait a minute. She took my clothes too! I got up and looked around the beach. No doubt about it. Alisa took my pioneer uniform. Damn it. And I was just starting to think that maybe she's not so spoiled. I need to come up with an idea quickly. Certainly, I could go and complain to Olga, but not in my wet underpants. I didn't know which cabin Alisa lives either. And knocking on every door is certainly not a good idea. Maybe I should go to Slavia? Yes, of course, at night wearing my underpants. The only thing that missing is a rose in my teeth. Sorry, ich musste da gerade an eine Szene von Avatar denken. Wo Sokka und Suki sich treffen wollten im Zelt und dann kommt, ich weiß nicht, ich glaube Zuko rein und hat da so die Rose im Mund. Oh Mann. Overall it looked like I'm screwed. In any case, I have to do something. I was lucky not so much time had passed since she left, so I could still catch up with Alisa. Hurry up! In the blink of an eye, I found myself at a square. There she is, you fucking bitch. To my great surprise, Alisa was sitting on a bench, apparently bored. She had already changed. Give him back! Yeah, sure, take him. She muttered with a guilty tone and handed back my uniform. Findet ihr das auch witzig? Da stehen ihre Haare so und kaum wird sie traurig, sinken die Haare mit. Don't think I was waiting for you on purpose or anything like that. Ich glaube, da hat sich jemand verknallt, sie blusht schon so. Ich glaube, wir haben die Alisa-Route erwischt, kann das sein? Alisa turned back and set off towards the cabins at easy pace. Easy peace. I was left standing riveted to the spot? Ich weiß es nicht. I didn't expect such a twist. The guild did its job, perhaps. Fat chance. Anyway, it's better to keep away from her, and recent events do not change a thing. I headed to Olga. For the first time today, I finally felt how tired I was. There was no light in the window, so Olga must have been sleeping already. Strangely enough, she waited for me yesterday. I entered the cabin, quietly stripped and laid on the bed. When you think about it, my situation hadn't gotten any clearer today. In fact, I've spent the whole day doing useless stuff. I would have never have even thought about doing something like this in the real world, although I had plenty of time. How much time I would have here in total is still a mystery. Maybe an eternity, or maybe there are only few minutes left. I just didn't want to think about the past, about how I got this, about how I got to this camp. For the first time in a long while, I felt really tired. Not only emotionally tired, but also physically tired. Psychologically tired, and God knows how else tired. I just wanted everyone and everything to shove off, starting with my own thoughts. I wanted to this mess somehow resolved by itself, or at least without my active participation. And what if I'm stuck here forever? Then I have to get used to it. So just like that, I'm not ready. My consciousness slowly drifted away from me, and it became progressively harder to concentrate on something distinct. Perhaps it's better to wait until tomorrow. I rolled over and fell asleep. Tag 3. So. Ach, wie passend, wir haben fast 3 Uhr. Also, die Szene mit Alisa hatte ich nicht, weil ich ja verloren habe. Also habe ich die Szene damit getriggert, dass ich halt gewonnen habe. Ja. War jetzt sehr interessant. Und jetzt kommt Tag 3 und Tag 3 habe ich noch gar nicht gespielt. Also ich bin bis Tag 3 gekommen, bis zu diesem Text, bei dem wir jetzt sind. Und ich speichere jetzt hier. werde diese ganzen Folgen wieder rendern. Und ja, ich würde sagen, wir sehen uns dann wieder in der nächsten Folge. Bis dann.